Hey guys, and welcome back. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so as to be notified when a video drops. In this video, I'm doing a story time. It's something that happened to me a while back. I don't open much and I don't talk to people about it, but I think it's time I share with you guys. So be kind enough to like the video and share it. Plus, please subscribe. So, it happened in 2014. Uh, this is a video of how I lost my guardian. I lost my grandma. Uh, it's something painful. It really hurts me each day. It hurts me when it comes to the specific month that it happened. And I always think that I'm over it, but I'm not over it. So it happened that in 2014 I was in high school. I was in Form 4. So I was a bad girl, yeah. So I was being in the process of being expelled. So during this time, my grandma came to a board meeting. They were trying to decide whether to suspend me, whether to expel me, or to forgive me. At this time, I really wished that they would send me home, because if you were in high school with me, you knew that this was the hardest time ever. So they happened to send me home, and I was home for a while. I stayed home for a while, and so this was the time that everything happened. I remember it all started on a Thursday. I have this crazy sister, because she's basically my aunt, but growing up I've known her as my sister. So we had a chat and she said some things and I just felt bad. So I told my grandma, my sister has said that should do this and this. You just be careful, because you already know how she is and we don't know what she's planning. And my grandma was cool. She was a prayerful woman. So the thing that she said was, I am not afraid. I just got, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And luckily, they were living. My grandma and my grandpa were living. So we had the house to ourselves. My sister, her kid, our house help, and me. So it was they left on a Saturday. So on Sunday, our house help was a Catholic. So she didn't go to church. And me knowing that she goes to church 7 a.m. so she can come back and we spend the time together. She didn't go and she was there. She just had a bad feeling of leaving me alone. So she stayed with me, and later on, we called my grandma and asked her what time they're coming. And we told her that we're going to the forest for just a walk. And she was okay with it. So she told us, just leave the house. You guys go. So they had already known what is going to happen. So they said, you go. And we went. We spent the afternoon. We were like just in the forest. That time I was seen some guy. So we also hanged out with a guy. So it was getting late and we had to go back home. So on getting to the gate, I just had a feeling. I was scared, I was confused. I just didn't know why. So I just asked my aunt, our house help, please let's go to the shops. Let's not go inside right now. I just don't feel like it. But she insisted because we had to make supper and we went. So I was the first to get into the house, and what welcomed me was blood on the kitchen door. So I was like, wow, it was a heated fight between my sister and my granddad. But I was wrong. I was just so wrong. My sister came. She wanted to send me some cigarettes. So I took the money. It was bloody, but I just ran. I was scared of her. She used to be so rough on me. She used to be hard on me. And life was just so tough. So I ran to the shops. But before going, I told the house help what I had seen. And when I was coming back, she was so scared that she didn't go back to the house. So I went into the house. When I got to the corridor, there was a bad smell, a really bad smell. And then on the wall, there was some blood dripping. I really got scared. Something just told me, don't knock on her door. Pass her the cigarette through the window. So I came out of the house and I knocked her window. She was dressing. She got scared and screamed. So I asked, where are you going? And she told me some friends called me out. And that was her behavior. So it wasn't new. So I was like, okay. I passed her the cigarettes and yeah. So moving on, just relaxed. She came out dressed and she just rushed up the stairs like running. That's when the house help said that she has done something wrong. That is not her. She would have just walked, but she ran. So I told my aunt, the house help now. I told her, come, let me show you where I've seen blood. So I took her to the sitting room. When I took her to the sitting room, I showed her where my grandma sleeps. There was blood on the carpet and on the chair. She told me, Sylvia, lift those cushions. And when I did that, there was so much blood, so much blood. And that's when it hit me. I was like, what is not going on? This can't be normal. Someone can't be beaten this much. Because living in an African home, you know that your parents is going to beat you. Going to beat you so hard, no matter what you do, no matter what the age you are in. So, yeah. She called my grandma. Her phone was off. She decided to go and ask my grandpa. Where is grandma? When she was gone, I searched everywhere. And it being so hard, I looked under the bed, and mind you, my grandma was just from operation, so she couldn't move fast, she couldn't hide, she couldn't go under the bed. But I was just so scared. I was so scared, really scared. My sister's room was locked, so I didn't bother checking in that room. So when my grandpa came, she started calling my grandma, Mama Kanore, Mama Kanore. And I just told him I have looked everywhere and I've not seen her. So he called the neighbors after looking, called the neighbors, and they came to help look for her. And we had to break my sister's door. When we broke it, my grandma was lying there. She was dead. She was stabbed multiple times. She was just there. She was just like that. And for a while I thought she was breathing, but she was not. She was gone. So I was taken into another room. But when in this room, it was dark. The lights were not on. I really thought it was a dream, like I hadn't seen that. So once the place was so quiet, everyone was outside because now all the stories had gone to the village people and everyone was coming to our place. I just walked out slowly out of the room. I just went into my sister's room and sat on her.
Hey there.
As
Subscribe
I
to my
looked
channel
at my grandma.
and also press this bell icon.
So I asked, is it Njoki who did this? I just hoped and prayed that my grandma would wake up from the floor. I would see she was breathing, but she was not. So I talked to myself. I moved her foot and she didn't move, she didn't do anything. There was blood and I just got angry. I felt so bad that this happened. If we were at home, it wouldn't have happened. So when I got angry, the first thing I thought was to just scream. And when I was screaming, I was throwing my sister's thing everywhere. Her makeup, her blankets. I was just so angry at her and I just wish she didn't do it. She's the only one who knows why she did it. But I wish she would have found something else. and not I've taken my best friend. So my grandpa told us to go to the neighbor. It was late, it was at around 10 p.m. or something. But I couldn't sleep, I couldn't do anything. My niece was so young, she couldn't understand anything. Up to date, I just wish they wouldn't have let us to go to that forest. Because if we were at home, she would still be here. We would have stopped everything from happening. If I say that I've forgiven my sister, half of me would say that I'm lying, and half of me would say that I'm telling the truth. I just wish I had answers. But with time, I'll try and just forget it all happened. Me seeing my grandma in that state for the rest of my life haunts me. I don't know if my niece remembers anything. I don't know. I don't talk to anyone about this. But you have listened to me. I just wish I would change back things. I wish she was here to see how we have grown, how we've become. But I know she's in a better place.